Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I think it didn't do the thing that it normally does. Hi, everybody.
Turn on.
Yeah, no, it didn't do the thing.
What?
It didn't. But now the thing is here. You want to start to just pretend the show start the show over, Josh?
Sure.
Should we just pretend like none of that
I
happened?
don't think it. Yeah. Are we not live?
No, it says live now.
Okay.
No. There's
There we go. There we go.
There's this thing that happens when you press start streaming. Sometimes it doesn't connect to YouTube, and you have to do it manually.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're here.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
Did
that
you
was
guys...
so anticlimactic
It was.
compared
That
to the
was-
first go around.
We can here. Hold on.
Boy,
Hold
what
on,
a letdown.
Hold on. The whole thing will go again. Okay, everyone. This is Ikaika's laughing in his car.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did a great intro.
We had.
The music played. Let's go back in time to this
Gonna
thing
go
that
back
happened.
in time.
Yeah, then you have to go through this. So we're gonna do the countdown in a second. Just pretend, Josh, that
We're starting up.
that you woke up from a fever dream and the show wasn't on.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
then,
This is the greatest intro of all time.
There you go.
Watch this. Okay. Now the theme music plays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's Eric Bass from Shinedown.
Yeah. This checks out.
He just whipped this out in an afternoon, and then this comes in, and then the nice music. It's a little alt track of that comes in.
Right.
Thad Williams did this graphic,
Yeah.
and then I did this. Hi everybody, welcome to Positivity Report. Here's your host, Josh Macuga.
Yeah, that was it.
It
that
still
was it.
worked.
It still worked.
He did it, everybody. He really did it. Holy moly. Dustin Sola says Groundhog Thursday. Yeah. Woo.
That
Man.
was that was incredible.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. That intro brought to you by Boone's Homegrown Bourbon. Is Ken drunk? We don't think so.
He
but
wishes he was.
He wishes he was. Have you ever been put behind a computer, you don't know where anything is, and you're just pressing buttons to make sure the show works? That's the show. Brought to you by Boone's Homegrown Bourbon. It's Sinead's new favorite bourbon.
That's right.
Hi, Sinead.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Off to a good start, you guys.
Hot start.
Yeah.
Literally. Can somebody turn on the air conditioning? 'Cause
turn
I'm
it on.
already- thank
It
you.
is hot AF in here.
Yeah, this is why when Mark Riley comes in, he turns everything down because he runs cold.
I
Ken
run
and
I run
hot.
cold usually.
Yeah.
But when I run hot, like if I'm having like a hot day,
But it's also 100+ degrees outside.
yeah. And I'm also PMSing.
Oh.
Just in case you're wondering. So naturally I'm just like sweating constantly.
Yeah.
You both are like, yeah.
I don't know ever how to respond to
Same.
that.
I don't want
What do
to.
you mean you know how to respond to it? It's a period. Come on.
No.
No,
I
I
get
just-
that, but I'm always like, and okay.
Like you don't know whether to say like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
right.
I'm sorry, Sinead.
I'm really sorry about that.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's way better, just saying
Oh, yeah.
you're sorry. But no, yeah, it's fine.
So we
it's
should.
all right.
Is that the like? 'cause
No,
I, feel like
I don't
we could
think you
learn
need to say
something here.
sorry. I definitely don't think you need to say sorry.
Okay.
Just don't be weird about it.
Well.
Even if you were like, dude, that sucks and
Okay.
that is gross. That's way better
Okay.
than just being like,
Deer in headlights.
You have a baby. I know you have seen more than you ever thought you would see in your
Correct.
life.
Correct.
I know from experience, all right? It took Mills like 3 years to be able just to talk about it.
I know. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just better. If you were like, that is disgusting, Sinead, you shut your mouth, I would laugh at that. You
No,
know?
but see, we're in the trust tree here at the Positivity Report.
tree.
We're in the trust tree,
trust tree.
and I want to be supportive of the PMS
I appreciate
situation.
it. I
Yes,
appreciate
okay,
it.
thank you. Because one time I said to
Good
Amanda,
morning.
I said to Amanda in the car, I was like, the word period is kind of just like, it doesn't make me feel too good. And she was like, what the does that mean? And I was like, that's not what I meant. I meant like,
No, the worst is when I'm like in a really bad mood
Yeah.
and Nils will be like, are you like PMSing or something? And I'm like,
whoa.
it's like
Whoa.
I could literally, even when I'm not, I could literally like pound him to the ground.
Yeah, no.
It's even better when I'm not.
I
Is
heard
the mic, no, but now I'm going to kick your ass.
I heard a friend say that one time. Like I think I was 16, and he said it to his girlfriend in high school, and I like shut my locker and like Homer Simpson out. Are you an idiot? Are you?
It's so I love that. That is like you are asking him to
Oh my
get your
God!
ass kicked.
Yeah, no. I think like the first thing a father tells his son in like the birds and the bees conversation
Yeah.
is like the first thing you never say to a woman is, "Are you PMSing?"
Yeah,
That's like
it's horrible.
Rule
Don't
one.
do it.
They clearly don't do
do
that
it.
over across the pond where Niels is from.
Yeah, no. No. That was great though.
Thank you.
You
What a
just made
show!
all of the UK very proud, especially England.
Oh man. Hey everybody, welcome to the Positivity Report. This is it's Thursday. Sinead is back. We missed you last week, Sinead.
Yeah.
You've had a pretty tough week, and we were really feeling for you.
Yeah. I mean, did you mention it on here?
We did. Me
Yeah.
and Mova talked about it, and
Oh, okay.
also Mova is very excited to come back when you are here.
I know. I need to respond to her. I need to respond to all the gajillions of people that reached out to me, and it was just too overwhelming, I think. Marlo was really old. He was 15 years old. He's
Wow.
a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
He was extremely old, and it's something you can't really explain unless you've been through it yourself. It's like you almost like feel like, am I supposed to be this sad, or I expected it? It's not shocking when he's that old,
Right.
but it is so traumatic, and for some reason it was sadder to me. It was sadder that he was old, because I couldn't like wrap my head around the idea of like, one, he still has no idea what was happening the entire time, and that's really hard to grapple with, but two, like it's sadder because you almost feel like, should this be as painful as it is? And you're confused if you're caught up in the moment, or if this feeling is going to go away, or it was horrible. And also, I mean, there is one thing to deal with the death of your dog. It's another thing to deal with the death of your dog when you haven't been a part of that dog's life for its entire life. You know, Nils had Marlo for 14 years. I've been with him for 7. And then also to then try to explain to a 5-year-old child why that dog is not there anymore.
Right,
It is
yeah.
absolutely gut-wrenching in the worst way possible. So yeah, it's just been like a process and a learning process. Like I told you the other day when you texted me, it's just like, it's a learning experience for all of us. But I mean, I got a lot of messages from people who have lost their dogs, and it's like, it sucks, dude. It's just like, there's nothing else you can say. It friggin' blows.
does.
Like it sucks. Like,
It's, you know what it is? I mean, and Mark Riley obviously can attest to this, and so can Ken, obviously, you know, very recently, and me like a little bit longer ago. But I think the hardest part for me, well, first, 2 things. One, I was very young when my grandparents' dog Otis died. Okay, and Otis was this Weimaraner mix that was insane. And they like tried to keep him away from me because I was so young.
Yeah.
Right. But I can still remember him like but I was like a toddler, like kind of walking around. But my brother was a little bit older. And when Otis died, they said that Otis went to a farm to be with like other dogs. And
Right.
I feel like I thought that he actually went to a farm until I was like 15.
yeah. That's the thing, is like a lot of
Yeah.
people say that. I told Harrison, like, Marlo got really, really sick, so he has to go to the vet, and he's gonna live there at the vet. That was our first go-to.
Okay,
It was like,
okay.
he got too sick for
Yeah.
us to take care of him, so he has to live at the vet now. And then that didn't really work, because then it became like, why won't you let me visit him? Why are you doing this to me? And it was awful. He got really mad at me because I kept saying like, no, we can't go visit. So then eventually I was like, he's in doggy heaven. And honestly, it was really funny because he's like, I know that Marlo does not want to live in God's castle. And I was like, who told you God had a castle? Like, where did you learn that?
Come from? God's got
did
a
you learn
castle?
that?
It makes me want to get back into religion. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it sucks. And you know what? I will be the first one to say, like, I didn't want to be a dog person. I had really traumatic experiences with dogs as a child, and my very first dog, when I was about Harrison's age, was stolen from us out of our backyard.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it was a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and he was stolen by a group of kids who had a female Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and they wanted to breed them, obviously.
Right.
His name was Max. He wasn't fixed, so they stole him. And
Did you find him?
No, we did not find him. And my dad drove my sister and I around for 2 weeks.
Was this in
straight.
South Africa or in Chicago?
This was in South Africa.
Okay.
And it was awful. And
Yeah.
then I had a couple more really, really horrifying, dark experiences with dogs. And it was like one of those things that once I got older, I was like, I'm just not gonna have a dog. Like, I don't want to ever feel that way again.
Right.
And I was traumatized. Like, I kid you not, traumatized. And I worked very hard for very long not to get close to Marlo, and it did not work.
Right.
So I think that was also really difficult. But all I can say is that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and some days, like, doesn't matter. You just all of a sudden, like, get this awful sick feeling. You're not being dramatic, dude. You're not being dramatic. Don't feel like you're being dramatic. It's sad. And dogs don't deserve us, honestly. They don't deserve us. And when they pass away, you fully realize how amazing they are. And yeah, if you are dealing with a dog death, I mean, I'm sorry I never understood that either when, like, my friends have said that to me. It is unlike anything I can explain. It is different than losing a person. Obviously, like, losing a person has its own, like, magnitude and is obviously the worst thing. But it's a different type of pain that I cannot fully, like, explain unless you've been through it. So yeah, just don't ever feel like a weirdo for still being upset about your dog dying. Like, honestly, you can be upset about that for the rest of your life because it's effing sad.
Yeah, man. It's real tough.
Yeah.
Mark Riley.
Well, just knowing you went through that, Sinead, it's like it like gets me.
No, I know. And when other people
like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Cal. I'm
yeah,
feeling your
and when
pain.
other people say now about their experiences, it you almost like feel so much more for it.
Yeah.
Because you've been there and you know what that feels like, you know.
And it's well said. It was really well said what you just said, because it is like this feeling. It's mostly like what I was trying to describe was like Cal's face was like, what's going on?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like,
yeah.
I wish at this moment you could speak English, that we could talk. And
Right.
so
Yeah, and that's what Nils said to me. He's like, I almost wish that when they brought him in, he just wasn't like, like.
Yeah.
That was the worst part. And also
Was
I
he
had to
very
take that.
sick, or was he just too old? Or
He had his spleen ruptured. So like he basically had these like cancerous growths, and he had them for years.
that was
Okay.
Cal.
And older dogs get them.
Yeah.
The vet would tell us every time we took him in, this is so common, like blah, blah, blah. But also Marlo was 15 years old. So the life expectancy of a German Shepherd, I think, is now like 11.
Wow.
So we knew, like we'd been literally saying and making jokes about it, I think just to like dull the situation. We'd be like, oh my gosh, this dog's gonna die any day. Like we would say things like that, like trying to prepare ourselves. But then obviously COVID happened. We got through all of COVID and we just got so much more incredibly close to
'cause he's
him.
Probably, you couldn't go anywhere. Yeah.
And then, his spleen ruptured. So it was like he was getting really sick. He had a surgery like last month on his eye. And then they checked those growths. They were like, yeah, he still has them, blah, 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 but it's fine. Everything's fine. And I'm not mad at anybody. Like, he was old. So they did their best, but they really did make it seem like that was nothing to worry about. And maybe it happened in the past couple weeks, but those growths got really, really big, and they were sitting on his spleen. And then they told us when it happened, his spleen ruptured and his blood platelets, he was like internally bleeding, and his blood platelets dropped his blood sugar low. So he was unable to walk, and he is like a 90-pound dog. And so we took him to the vet, and then the vet's like, well, we can take his whole spleen out, and he will get the ability to walk again. He'll be fine. It's $12,000, and then you have to put him on chemo, and we give him a prognosis for about 3 more months after that. And I was like, well, that is the worst decision ever. And Nils was like, I'm the worst person ever. I've had this dog for 14 years, and I don't want to drop $12,000 right now. Granted, this surgery we spent last month was $10,000, and it's like it's like unbelievable what you're willing to do for your dog. But I was like, let's take the money out of it, everything out of it. 3 months left of a life, and that entire 3 months you're on drugs
chemo,
and you're on chemo. Like it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. No one should have to make those decisions ever. Like it was horrible. So we just followed our hearts and thought like.
And the doctor, like in that situation, should honestly say, like, listen, if you want quality of your life or something, I would honestly maybe put the dog down.
Well, that's what the doctor says that, but like also, Nils and I are so cynical of human beings, and I've had like, I know what that's like. I had a high-risk pregnancy, and the doctor was like, so when do you want to get your abortion? Like that. And I was just like, whoa, like doctors just go right in for the kill. Like they don't really think about the feelings attached. But the vet was literally like telling Nils, like, he has 3 months. It's not about money. Stop making yourself feel bad about money. Like, he has 3 months. He's 15. Like, he's lived a great life. Yeah. It is time. And I was like, oh my God, okay, like, it's
now
so good that she said that, but also Nils and I are just like, oh, doctors are supposed to say that, you know? So the whole thing was just so messed up. But yeah, I don't know. It's like
I had an uncle who had a golden a lab like cow, and they kept doing all these operations on her.
yeah.
All the like shaving things and like all this money spent on cancer operations, and the dog was clearly miserable.
Yeah.
And the vet was like, "Well, my aunt was like, well, they said the vet says it's not in pain. The dog doesn't get up anymore. Like
Yeah.
the dog is
Yeah.
miserable." And it's an impossible decision to make. It's impossible. There's no right or wrong. It's just like, hey, it's like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's very, very hard.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if the vet would have said like we give him another year, Nils was like ready.
Right.
He was like, if they tell me he's here for a year, I'm dropping that money. And I was like, good God Almighty, like okay, we will deal with it. It's fine. We will live in a box on the street.
Right.
But like it's fine. We will handle it. It would have been worth it. But just to hear 3 months and then going straight to chemo.
And you don't even know if it's 3 months. You might only get a
Yeah,
month, and it's
I don't know.
or
it was,
2
It
weeks.
was Marlo. Like I didn't want him to go through that.
Right.
Like, that's awful.
right.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys being there for me, though. I
course.
really do.
Of course. I think always the hardest thing with a dog too, when they pass, is like turning a corner and always knowing that they were there.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
it's not like-
and because he was so old, we were always like,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden not doing that.
Right.
It was bad.
Really sorry, Sinead. Really sorry. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you ever are supposed to get over it. I
No.
think that that is part of your life. I mean, listen, my best friend was my grandpa, and he died when I was 12. I cry every time I think about it because I miss him.
Yeah.
I miss my little dog that always used to bark when you came in the house, but she didn't like bark because she was angry. She barked because she was very excited, and everybody got really nervous because she would leap. She was a leaper, and she would try and bite your belt so she could get up to your face. And then she passed, and it was like, when you walk into our house, you don't hear that anymore.
Yeah.
Honestly. And it's been probably 10, 11 years since she passed, and I still, when I walk in the house, I think that little dog is going to run around the corner.
Yeah. I mean, I think
So-
that's it. I think that's the part of like grief, right? It's like
Yeah.
you never get over it. It just gets easier to live with it. It doesn't get easier as in general.
Yeah.
It gets easier to live with it, but it's actually never going to be easy. Like it's just one of those things.
Yep.
And yeah.
Totally. And I'm sure Ken has the same feelings with Grace
Yeah.
and when Ratsy died, and
Yeah. We still don't really talk about it in the house.
yeah,
And won't for a while.
Yeah.
real tough. Well, this is the positivity report, but I think that there's a lot of times where this is a positive conversation. It's we're all going to go through it at some point. Not everybody lives forever, unless you're Kate Mulligan's tortoise, which apparently lives till it's like 285.
I mean, listen, I've had my turtle since 2011.
Yeah.
Most people don't even know I have her. They're like, you have a turtle? I'm like, yeah. Didn't you know? She's like right over there.
What's the turtle's name again?
Britney Spears.
Yeah, Britney Spears. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I was
It's really good.
19, all right?
Yep. So listen, like we ended every show, call somebody, text somebody when you know they're going through something, and just tell them that you're there for them,
Yeah.
that you matter. It's not. I think, again, when it came, and I think I've said it on the show before, but like when it comes to death, don't say shit like they're in,
A better place.
all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Just say, hey, I'm here for you if you want to talk. I'm here if you want a Boone's bourbon. I'm here if you just want to, like, let's watch a show or something.
Yeah. And it's okay to say I'm sorry too. I've heard people say like, I just, of course, like, I'm sorry. That's such a weird thing to say. It's like, no, it's not. Like, that's better than saying like,
Yeah.
he lived a good life. And my mom, bless her heart, she's so blunt like that. She'd be like, he was old, And I'm just like,
God damn it.
like,
Glennis?
I love you, Mom, but like, not
Yeah.
now. I like literally was like, don't say anything when
Yeah.
Nils walks in that door. And then my mom immediately was like, how you doing, Nils? And I was like, oh my God, get me out of this house, get me out of this house, get me out of this house. But like, it's okay to say I'm sorry. Like, that's fine. A lot of people said that to me. Like, I don't want to say I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh, it's fine. And if I say like, me too, like, it is a sad situation. I know you mean when you say I'm sorry, it's like, I'm sorry this happened to you.
Sure.
Like, I'm sorry this happened to me too. And then if we talk further about it, then that's fine. But yeah, you're right. Telling them like, they're in a better place. You're just like, thank you.
Cool.
Thanks.
Wish they were in a better place
Shame.
here with me.
Yeah. Some people have really great intentions, but
They
yeah.
do. And we've been told as people to like make sure you fill the silence or like make
No.
sure you say things. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't. Anyway, There's a lot of good people in the chat talking about their dogs and the people in their life. And, everybody goes through grief in their own particular way. Some people do therapy, and I think therapy is very important. Some people don't. However you want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been faced with mortality more times in the last 5 years than I ever wanted to, especially with my brother and cancer. And it's not great. We were unfortunately put on this planet to not live forever.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And animals and everything.
It just, I don't know. I've been.
Don't get high. Don't get high.
No.
Because all I think about is death.
I can't. That's literally the reason.
worst.
That is literally the reason I don't get high.
Uh-huh.
I've been to a therapist twice.
Uh-huh.
One of those reasons was all my phobias and fears, right? Okay. And I had to confront this fear of death. I'm 29 years old. I still have not confronted it. I am terrified of death. And I'm the type of person that has to speak about things. Like most people are just like, whoa, she's really open. I think it's just my personality because I have such severe anxiety that if I keep it inside, I did that for so long that I lose it. I lose my mind. And I turned into the worst version of myself. Yeah. But I was going to say really quick, like you said, everyone grieves in a different way. Also, no one can force you to talk about anything. No. I talk about a lot of things I have to. I have to. That's my own process that I've learned through therapy and just my life. But if you don't want to talk about things, don't. Do not.
Don't do it. When my grandpa passed, he had colon cancer, and he had just ignored it forever because he was just an angry man. Not an angry man. He was just a tough Italian man.
Yeah.
And when he had pains, he was just jam it back in there, no big deal. And when they finally found it, it was just way too late. And everybody had their theory of how he got it. Listen, who knows? He was a big Italian man who ate pasta every day and cold cuts and nitrate-free. I don't know. Back then, they didn't even have the treatments that they do now. And so, also, if you have pains or something, get them checked out. The doctors are there for a reason, and I know that you are very cynical when it comes to people and doctors, but let's listen to our professionals. They went to school for it.
I mean, I'm cynical to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But it's to the point where if something is wrong, go get it checked out always. Yeah. What do you think it is about guys that make them so stubborn when it comes to going to a doctor?
I don't know.
And I'm not stereotyping. I'm not being all men are like this. I'm not saying that. I just know that for a fact. One, this is my feelings, okay? No offense. I know I'm the minority in here right now. One, guys are very stubborn when it comes to going to the doctor. But two, when guys get sick, it's oh my God, it is the end of the mother effing world. They will act as if they have been stabbed. That is literally what it is.
Ken, would you like to take this one?
As someone who today on my calendar has a thing that says Kaiser because for about a year, Grace has yelled at me every day, go get those checks I told you to get. Her father just went through a serious eye surgery that was amazingly successful. If he had gone in the first time he felt something wrong, a couple eye drops would have wiped it out. Instead,
God.
It's been almost 2-year battle of trying to get the right specialist to look into it. So you're not wrong, Sinead.
I don't think I know you. That's but those are the types of things that we need to hear. I'm glad you said that out loud because it's the fact that things can be prevented early on, but it blows my mind. I am so neurotic that yes, I'm cynical, but I am like that. I'm like Grace. I'm are you gonna go to the doctor? Are you gonna go to the doctor? Why haven't you gone to the doctor? Or last night. Nils is stuffy, and the whole night. God, I hope he doesn't listen to this one. The whole night,
well,
he's
Ken and I have
like that, and I'm just literally, you guys, I'm oh my God, it's driving me insane. 2 hours later, I'm hey, did you take medicine? He's I will. I was no. It is 11 o'clock at night. Did you take medicine? He goes, no. I neti potted. I was great. I'm so happy you used the neti pot. Did you take medicine? I had to go and physically get the Mucinex, get a water bottle, open the pills for him, hold it in my hand. And he's thanks, babe. Like that. I'm you're so stubborn, but you're also just you're so sick, but yet you won't even get up to walk to the counter and get some medicine. It's mind-blowing. It actually is I don't know. And my mom will complain about my dad the same way. She's like, your dad is sick. Like, I can't deal. And I'm like, you need to be nicer. She's like, Sinead, he walks around as if like he literally might as well be on his deathbed when he has the common cold.
Listen, I'm going to tell you like a little thing, okay? Real quick, okay? Amanda says the same thing about me.
Does she? That you're really dramatic?
Yes. And I'm like, listen, when you're sick, I make sure everything's okay. I get sick. She's like, oh, someone's sick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the farts is going on
That's
here?
what I do to Nils. Last night I go, is this one of those times you want to be sick? And he goes, what are you talking about? I'm like, is this one of those times you want to be sick? Because tell me now, because then I will leave. I will leave the house. But yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. It's why I literally pummel my body with vitamins and powders and shakes and things of that nature. Like if we're somewhere, and Amanda's classic at this. She buys all these remedies and all these vitamins, and then she takes it for like a week. She's like, I don't think I like these anymore. And I was like, well,
that is definitely me.
I guess I'll start taking them. So I just start finishing bottles of pills in our house. Like this is a multivitamin from 2 years ago. Who knows if it still works? I just take it. Here's all these fish oils. Here, these bottles that were clearly purchased at like a covered wagon off the side of the 5. And she was like, I was told by a girl on Instagram that these are the best pills for like your skin and your health. And I was like, she takes them too. She's like, I don't like the taste it makes in my mouth. So now I'm like, well, I'll take it. Now I'm like burping up straight up fish.
Oh,
And it's
that
like,
is the worst.
Or like it's a ginger fish. And I'm like, oh, God. But I'm still taking, because guess what, Sinead? These pill bottles just start collecting in our house. And we started going to Costco as a family, and I realized that we don't have a big enough house for Costco.
Costco is amazing.
It's the best place on the planet, but every time I buy like 7 bottles of mouthwash, I'm like, where am I going to put
What
all this
Costco
mouthwash?
do you go to?
Sepulveda?
Sepulveda.
Yeah, Sepulveda and where I live.
Sepulveda and where I live.
Okay. I don't know if I know where you live exactly.
I can tell
because
you.
you moved.
Yeah.
You can tell me off camera.
Yeah.
Tell me the exact location. Send me a pin. I have never been to Costco in the state of California. I pulled into the parking lot in Burbank one time. Nils was in my passenger seat. He full out like had an anxiety attack, and we had to leave
Because the parking lot was too crowded.
well, Nils was even like when we first started dating, before we had a kid and all that stuff. Like he had like serious like social anxiety. He was just like too many people, and I was really like that too. But oh my God, it looks like a war zone.
Costco is very intimidating the first few times you walk in.
Just
I needed
people
to take
running in the streets.
Oh my God!
It's
And they
insane.
come out. Their shopping carts have so much
And
stuff.
they're racing to their cars, and then like the people waiting for spots have their heads out
It's
the
a lot.
window, and I was like, this is like anarchy. We have to leave.
Mine is pretty calm.
Really?
I will say the one that is like on the one in Venice on Jefferson there's in that same parking lot is the Costco gas station, which is the most crowded place on the planet.
Yeah.
There's an In-N-Out Burger, and if you don't
Oh,
live in
God.
California, it's the busiest place on the planet.
It is the busiest.
All of the time.
All the time.
All of the time.
Shockingly, all the time.
There
You
were
cannot
people-
pass in and out. If you don't see a line there, it's because it's closed.
It's closed. It's closed. Yeah, and even if it is closed, there are people waiting in line for when it opens.
Yeah. and,
or
like,
in line like
the McDonald's on like Hollywood
closed?
Boulevard is like,
Empty.
yeah, like on 2 a.m. on a Saturday,
Yeah.
there'll be like maybe 15 cars, and you're like, oh my God. If you went to In-N-Out during its prime time, it is out, it's wrapped around the parking lot of the In-N-Out and then down the street.
The one on
always.
Sunset, they had to get a cop to direct traffic. And
Yeah,
then
they had the
finally,
cones.
Then they finally told people you can't turn left to go in In-N-Out. You have to go up on the street.
Yeah,
So now I'm
everyone
actually-
made that awful turn and blocked all the
blocked-
traffic.
Hey, can I get in? No, I've been up here for 20 minutes. No, you can't get in.
Yeah, that is so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, that's wild. I don't know. I don't even like understand. I mean, In-N-Out's great. Don't get me wrong, but like,
It's
it
all the
really
time.
blows my mind.
And the thing is that In-N-Out did was like, we're closed at 1 a.m. and the bars close at 2, and people are like, it's 12:30. Like, do we get another drink
Yes,
and go to In-N-Out?
yes,
Yep.
100%.
All of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
He's like, okay, so here's what we should do. It's 12:15. If we sign out now, we can make it to In-N-Out. I guarantee we'll get like one of the last burgers. Okay, done. Go.
Yeah.
And you're in line, and you're in your Uber, and the Uber guy's like, you're like,
Yeah.
"Dude, thanks for making the trip, bro. Can I get 7 double doubles and like all the fries? Does anybody want shakes? All right, we'll get the shakes too.
Dude, one time I got so schwasted that I took my Uber driver to a Jack in the Box.
Oh no.
Yeah, I haven't had Jack in the Box maybe in like
Jack in the Box
Nils
is a
had to
low
do an
point.
event one time where he had to make Jack in the Box perfumes, and he had to boil Jack in the Box burgers. And ever since then, I have not been able to eat like a lot of fast food burgers. It was nauseating.
That'll do it. I can't have salmon anymore.
Boiled,
No.
boiled to get the essence of the burger, the whole burger, lettuce, tomato, sauce.
He
bun.
boiled it?
He had to
Where can I buy this?
The perfume was incredible. He had different scents. He had like a ranch flavored. He did a whole
A
Jack in the
ranch
Box.
perfume? That's
Yeah.
been my dream my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah. My boyfriend's a creative director, so he does all these great
Yeah.
experiential, things, and like they're really cool. But like boiled Jack in the Box burgers
Yeah.
is a hell no. But yeah, and I took my Uber driver to. This was like Uber was very new at the time too. To Jack in the Box, I bought him dinner, and then the next morning, my sister was with me. And one of my best friends, the next morning, I get out of bed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so hungover. And I walk into the living room and I'm like, who the hell is that? And I run back in the room and I shut the door and I lock it. And I woke up and my bedroom door was locked. And all my friends are in my bed too. Like my sister, my two friends, and my sister. And I was like, why is everybody in my bed? And then I was like, Kelly, there's a man on the couch. She's like, yeah, Sinead, we know, because you got so drunk that after you bought our Uber driver dinner, you said you were worried about him driving at night. So you forced him to sleep on the couch. And we were terrified that we literally all decided to sleep together because safety in numbers and lock the bedroom door. And I I was like, what? I looked down. It's funny because like you could see all of the valuables, like all of our wallets, purses, makeup bags, everything. And I was like, she goes, oh, it was awesome because at like literally 2:30, I just walked in the living room. He looked at me and I just started picking up purses. She was like, I'm just doing this. And then I was like, night, and like walked away.
Nice.
And I always think about that. Like it's traumatized me to the point where I'm like, maybe I should always think twice about getting an Uber driver because when I get drunk, I get really.
That's an episode of a sitcom.
I get really, really nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we need to have a sitcom called Shenasty, and it's just like a day in the life, a night of the life of Sinead de Vries.
Yeah, I got stories, you
I
guys.
got stories.
I got stories.
They're multiplying. Quick super chat here from Zube Eber who says, no need to thug it out. Hashtag health is wealth. Well said. A lot of people. Jenny Lawson says, this is my only thing at Jack in the Box. I like the Jack in the Box tacos. They're my guilty pleasure.
That
I'll
was
give you
that
those.
was mine.
Yeah.
The Jack in the Box tacos are great. I just haven't been able to eat it. Oh, and also the Oreo milkshakes were bomb.
Yeah, they were very. Do you know what? Also, Jack in the Box had one decent breakfast sandwich that's no longer on the menu. I forget what it's called, but I got it one time.
Yeah, their breakfast sandwiches weren't bad. I just like I can't. Well, Carl's Jr. too. Like after a while, all those. After like Shake Shack opened,
Yeah,
Shake Shack really like changed the game. You know,
we talked about it yesterday.
Really?
Because I went on a road trip from LA to Dallas, and I finally got Whataburger, and Whataburger is.
I've never had that.
It's a tragedy to burgers.
really.
It's unfortunately terrible.
Why did I think Whataburger was like a joke?
No, it's a real thing. Whataburger.
I know I've heard of it. I just
like-
thought it was like a joke, like a meme.
I'm not even going to bring it up again because I did like a full monologue about everybody having their favorite burger. You're allowed to like whatever burger you want. My profession, double shack burger had pickles.
Yeah.
It's the best.
You want to know a secret?
What's that?
I've never had a burger from Shake Shack because every time I
You get
say
the
I'm
Chicken
gonna
Shack.
get no.
Hot dog.
Every single hell no. I am from Chicago. Do you think I would get a hot dog from Shake
dog?
Shack?
What do you just get do you get the malts? Do you just get the cookies and cream milkshake? French fries, cheese fries,
No.
bacon cheese fries.
I don't
the
even think you're
Bubble
gonna
Ranch burger.
say it.
Wait.
It is my go-to order. Do you know the whole menu?
I mean, I feel like I do.
Just listed like 14 things.
I know. Well, they do the specialty burger sometimes, but you never had a burger. So I'm guessing you get the grilled cheese. No. Wait a second.
It's been on the menu since the very beginning. Very, very beginning. And it is a burger, but it's not a burger. And no, it's not like fake meat burger. It's nothing like that.
There's not a fish item on their menu, is there?
No.
What is it?
It is the mushroom burger.
But it's just mushrooms.
It's a mushroom patty.
the portobello.
Stuffed. Like when I say stuffed, I mean you bite into it and the cheese comes all out of it, and then it's deep fried in like panko bread crumbs. So it looks like a patty. You don't actually know
Portobello
what it
patty.
is.
Yep.
every single time I'm like, I'm going to try the burger today. But that mushroom burger, do you like mushrooms? You're
Of course,
Italian.
yeah.
Mushrooms are like literally my favorite. I'm
It's
like,
a gross generalization, but I'll take
what are
it.
you talking about? I feel like all Italians like mushrooms.
I mean,
not a lot of Americans like mushrooms.
I don't mind them. I don't like prefer them, but like I do like
But
good
you're not
mushroom
like,
on a pizza.
ugh, like the
No,
texture.
no.
Like a lot of Americans don't like mushrooms.
That's me.
You don't
Can't-
like mushrooms?
can't do it.
Is it
The
the texture? That's what I'm saying.
Texture.
If one more person tells me about the texture of things they don't like, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because like people, like Old Smokey, who was my co-host on Eating History, every time we went somewhere, I was like, "You want to get oysters?" And he's like, "No, man, the texture, can't do it." I'm like, "They're delicious."
I swear, I don't want to generalize again. I don't want to stereotype. In my experience, Americans have a thing about the textures of foods. And don't get me wrong, I don't eat foods I can't chew. All right, but that's not a texture thing. I just don't like soft foods. So I guess it is kind of a texture.
What, like
thing.
oatmeal?
No, yes, like oatmeal. Exactly. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Cottage cheese. If I have yogurt, I have to put like granola in it or cereal or something. And I can't, like, soggy cereal is the bane of my existence.
Well, then you got to eat quicker, less milk. Or
I do.
just dry.
Well, you know what I do? My sister does it too. Is we put the milk in a mug and the cereal in a bowl, and we
Slowly.
scoop it one by one. Yeah, Nils looked at me like a freak the first time he saw me do it, and that's when I realized that it was weird, and other people found it weird.
Ken, have you ever heard of this practice before?
No, I'm still stuck on the can't eat something I can't chew,
I mean,
which might be the
No.
I'm the opposite. If
It's
I have to
not-
work
no,
hard,
you're
no.
right. You're right. I don't want to eat things I don't have to chew. If I can slurp it through my teeth,
Yeah.
I don't want it. That's what I mean.
I guess
You're right.
let's just put a few years on you and you'll see how your stance on that changes. Because now I'm like, no work involved, give me that.
I had an old great uncle, and he used to chew his eggs, and I'd sit there at breakfast and be like, "I'm gonna throw this guy off the balcony."
Nils told me that his mom, when he was younger, would chew all of her food because she read that like digestive.
Yeah.
But that was his whole childhood.
Chew.
So she would chew all the food like 32 times
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. And he said it was the most nauseating
Oh.
thing ever because she'd be like, and it just cracked me up every time because I was like, I would not be able to eat with someone who did that.
No, it's the worst.
Ugh.
And I eat so fast, it's like dangerous. Like when I was a kid, my
For
mom was
other
like,
people?
Oh yeah, because my mom was like, "You got to breathe." Because I get them feeling, I'm like I get so excited from things like Shake Shack and In-N-Out and
Yeah.
pizza and like burritos that I
Yeah.
eat it so quick
Yeah.
that it feels like I'm allergic to it, but my body just can't digest quick enough.
Yeah,
with my throat to
Harrison
eat it.
Harrison gets like stomach aches, but he doesn't eat food. It's like a whole thing we've been going through for a while. It's awful.
no.
But when we give
do you mean he
him,
doesn't eat food?
he doesn't eat food. He does not eat food. He eats like 3 food items, and
What does it have, like chicken fingers? Nuggets?
sometimes chicken nuggets. It's like snack carrots, so like that's fine.
Okay.
But you can't survive on snack
No,
carrots.
what are you, Mark Ellis?
Yeah, snack carrots. Snack
Mike.
carrots. Yeah, next week Harrison's gonna go like, "Where's the cores?" And I'm gonna be like, "Get out of the house." Yeah, snack carrots, apple slices, and like yogurt. So like I'm like, all right, he has his protein and his vitamins, but like no fats, barely any carbs. Oh, and he'll eat butter on toast. And then we started to get like the whole wheat, like
So he's gonna be
ultra
shredded. Not only-
whole wheat.
Not only does it have like the good genes that you have passed along to him, but he only eats like carrots and protein.
It's insane and it's so bad. But like when we have to bribe him now, which
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm like, dude, you eat that piece of burger and I will give you chocolate. Like I don't even care at this
That's-
point. I'm like,
yeah,
just
that's
eat
parenting.
food.
Yeah.
And like literally, how did this conversation start? I lost my train of thought.
You know, like kids eating things and like how I get excited when I
Oh,
get
yeah. When we give him like a treat or a whatever, like chips, the kid is a chip monster.
love a good
I've
chip.
never been that into chips. I like chips, but like never that into chips.
My friends used to call it the Macuga mix. So we'd get salt and pepper chips,
Yum.
not crush them, but like make the pretzel just a little bit smaller, like the big pretzel.
Yeah.
Mix them together, and then you drink a Dr. Pepper with it.
Wait, so it's just chips and pretzels
It's just
and
chips
soda?
and pretzels together, and then you have a soda.
How
but,
old
like,
are you?
How old am I?
Yeah, how old were you?
Oh, like 11, 12.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
like, the
yeah,
Macuga, they named it? This
Yeah,
is
because
not-
every time I went to my house, it would have like a thing of
I mean,
all
for an
mixed together
11-year-old,
already.
that is impressive. To be
Yeah.
like, I invented this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
friends called it. I didn't call it. They were like, "Oh, Macuga mix."
I've
'Cause
never
my-
been that into chips. I'll eat
Oh.
chips, don't get me wrong. Like, there's certain chips that no matter what, I will always eat them. But I've always been such a candy fiend, not even chocolate. Like, I like that sweet stuff. We're like a psycho. That I can, like, eat that. And, like, ice cream. But, like, I like
Oh, yeah.
popsicle ice cream. Like, sure. Sorry. I'm sorry, I
My teeth
forgot.
hurt. Oh, no.
You're a crazy person. I told Nils about that. It's just nice to when I meet other people that have like weird irrational fears because I'm like, I'm not the only crazy person.
Weird irrational fears. My entire life is one weird irrational fear, Sinead.
Yeah, I
Although
know.
I did in Texas, I had Bluebell ice cream sandwich, and it was like mini.
Oh, I love an ice cream sandwich.
So
That's what I'm
good.
saying. Like, I'd choose that stuff over chips any
Totally.
day, unless it was flaming hot Cheetos, of course.
Okay, well, duh.
Duh.
All right, listen. I gotta. We'll do a little bit of housekeeping here, real quick, and then we have a super Streamlabs we want to get to. Oh, Ken.
Breaking news for the newsroom. Mark Riley, too
Yes.
cold to put on his jacket.
Yep.
AC's too cold for him, Josh.
That's not really breaking news.
Dude,
That's
I
kind
was
of
like,
well
what
known
happened?
here.
What happened? Mark
Yeah.
Riley put on his jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't take the temperature in this room. Meanwhile, I'm finally comfortable after 25 minutes of talking.
It is a little bit chilly, but it feels nice.
It feel-
you
that's
know?
that's why I'm wearing the light,
Yes.
the Adidas light
Mm-hmm.
tracksuit jacket, and not the heavy leather.
I want to talk to you, figure out a date for you and Mova to come on Josh Pretty,
Yeah.
but I've noticed that like I turned down the air in here on Josh Pretty to 67 and I still sweat. I still am like sweating through the blazer. It's disgusting.
Well, maybe it's because you're wearing a blazer.
Well, I gotta wear a blazer. I'm a game show host.
Do you have a short sleeve blazer? I feel like we could find you a really dope short sleeve blazer.
No, but I am totally into that idea.
No, I'm gonna
Very
go
into
on the
that.
hunt.
Okay.
It has to be cool, otherwise you're gonna look like a jabron. But
Yeah.
like if we find a really, really good one. Also, by the way, I now abbreviate
Jabroni to Jabron.
to Jabron.
I'm a
That's
fan
the
of
new
that
word.
actually.
Yeah.
That's kind of dope. I like that. All right, so listen, yesterday we announced it on the main show, but our picks, our guitar picks, and our stickers are live right now. So what you got to do is you go to streamlabs.com/goodpeoplegpa. You're going to give, if you are a Bucket Club member or a founding member, it's $20 for 3 stickers, 3 limited edition stickers. So these are, once we're done, there's only 50 of them. Once we're done, they're gone. And the guitar picks as well, there's 4 guitar picks. There's Mark Riley, Eric Bass of Shinedown, who looks like a rock star. Then there's Dummy McDummerson, Josh Macuga. And then there's Ken Knapsack, who kind of looks like a hot guy in a band. Okay? Ken's, what else are you doing? Oh, Ken's over there. And so if you are a Bucket Club member, if you're a Bucket Club member, Founding Club member, $20. Give your address in Streamlabs. It's private, so we can send it to you. That way we can also check to see if you are exactly a Founding Club member or a Bucket Club. If you're not, it's $25. But again, you get these stickers, the picks, and I'm also going to include a bunch of Josh Macuga for Jeopardy stickers.
All of it? You
as
get
well.
all of it in one?
All of it in
Oh, that's
one.
tight.
All
Also,
of it
tell
in
them
one.
those are not regular stickers.
No,
they're
these-
matte.
yeah,
They're
these-
like thick and they're matte. They're almost like decals.
Yeah.
But like they are not like the shiny cheap. They're not on paper. They're
No.
almost on like that, like not obviously not cardstock, but like the
It's
in
like a
between
leather
of that.
paper almost.
Yeah,
right?
it has like a really like matte feel and they're
Totally.
thick. They're actually really nice stickers.
You've got this magnifying glass, Good People Association. You've got the Good People Association Nickelodeon, as I'm calling it.
Yeah.
And you've got the Be Good People Stranger Things. You guys voted on that the last Stream of Palooza. And also, give a shout out to our friends at Design Studio in Pittsburgh. Oh, there's Ken with the pics. There you go. You got
You
those
gotta
4
hold your
picks.
hand behind
These
it.
3
You gotta
sticks.
do the beauty shot.
Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
Hold on. Move back a little.
There, right
you
there.
go.
Right there. Look at those pics.
Those are nice.
Hot picks, hot sticks. So we're going to send those out to you. Again, these are limited edition. And the other thing we want to tell you guys, because this is the Good People Association, all that kind of fun stuff. Once these stickers are done, and once these picks are done, we want you all to design the next sticker, next picks, okay? Because you're a part of the association. And if you want to design that, you have to be in our Discord, which means you have to be a Bucket Club member or a founding member. Submit it. Listen, if you're not a graphic designer, that's totally fine. We get it. You can draw it on paper. And our graphic designer, Brian Ward, is so good. He's probably hating that I'm saying this. He can make a graphic out of it. But I've drawn silly things for him that he's made an incredible graphic out of. These picks, again, we only have 50, so they're going to be limited edition, and I think we've already gone through about 25. Am I right, Mark Riley? I don't want to give an exact number, but it's very close.
That's close. Yep.
So, hit streamlabs.com/goodpeoplegpa. A super chat's not going to work because we need your address, and we don't want you putting your address in the YouTube super chat.
Right.
But-
Don't do that.
So you got your picks and your sticks. You can put them wherever. Tell people you're part of the Good People Association. Like, what's that? Go to the GPA.fun, or you can go to youtube.com/c/the Good People Association. Watch our shows, see all of our fun stuff, hear funny things like Sinead inviting an Uber driver into her home and then clearly locking him out of all other parts of her home.
Got to take care of the community. You know?
Boom. Matt Link says, "Ooh, sorry. If I draw it, it's going to be stick figures." Cool. We've seen what the TV Talk logo looks like. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
Name here says, does Sinead know square donuts with holes exist?
Square donuts with holes.
think I've
Yeah,
seen that.
I think I've seen that. Well, I mean, the square donut was first made popular when they did the croissant donuts, right?
Cronut.
The cronuts. And
Overrated, in my opinion.
I mean, it
The,
depends.
the hype was they were very good, but
It
like I thought I was going to
depends,
eat it, and I was
though.
like, oh my god, because I love a
Yeah.
croissant.
It doesn't taste like a croissant in any way.
No,
Like
it's just a donut.
But if you get the right type of cronut, like a salted caramel cronut or something,
Mm-hmm.
you get like the salty sweet, then it's money.
But I wasn't. There was no way I was going to wait in line when I lived in New York for that cronut.
I don't know if I've actually seen a square donut with the hole in it. Now that I think about it, like
I think I've seen one.
like
but-
one with a hole, like an actual hole. Like no, I don't think I have.
Yeah. Also, our buddy Kingsport Cal. I worked at a barbecue place and watched an old my die by choking on pork. I'm guessing an old man die. He ate real fast and had dentures. He couldn't feel all the pork in his mouth. Jesus, Cal.
What the hell
So
was that?
basically, what he's telling you is slow down when you're eating.
Yeah, I know.
Because I did eat a lot of barbecue when I was in Texas at this place called the Brick Vault, amazing brewery. Amy Oxenham runs the brewery. It's in this place called Marathon, Texas, Sinead. Literally middle of nowhere.
I feel like that's the best place to get barbecue.
It was so good. We over-ordered. Then we got drunk, and then we ate the leftovers in the hotel room. Cold, but still good.
Yum, I love barbecue so much.
So there's something about I get so excited again, and I'm like, just give me 10 minutes. Give me a whiskey in 10 minutes, and then like everything kind of works its way. And I'm like, all right, I'm back, and I'm
You ever
sweating
feel like
profusely
you're gonna like actually like keel over
Yeah,
from
'cause-
being full?
because I can't breathe.
Have you ever been to Little Jewel on like Ord? It's like the po' boys,
No.
Creole style,
Ooh,
Cajun po' boys.
I love a good po' boy.
It's in LA. It's
Okay.
When I say life changing, I
Okay.
mean life changing.
Maybe we should go together and film it.
Yeah, and they're huge sandwiches. Anyways, you can get anything on them. Usually, Nils and I would get like like a catfish or like
Yeah.
something really like Cajun if
Do
we
you get the
haven't had it in a
muffalata
while.
on it? Does it come with muffalata?
Yeah, it comes with like it is so authentic. It's wonderful. And then they have all the snacks and spices that they sell like in New Orleans and stuff like that. Like they have it down. Like it's run by
Boom.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways,
Yes.
one time I decided to get like a roast beef.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'm really sorry to all the vegetarians out there, but there was an entire cow on that sandwich. I have never in my life been so full.
Yeah.
And Nils was like, shut up. But I was like, oh my God, like this isn't normal. Like something is happening to me. I couldn't move for like 45 minutes. I was like eating Tums by like the handfuls. I just like that feeling of being so full when you're
Yeah.
just like,
It's
am
hard.
I gonna puke? Am I gonna poop? Am I gonna cry? Like what's
All
happening?
of them together.
Yeah.
I one time told a buddy that I could eat 70 pieces of spicy tuna roll.
Oh my, that is insane.
Right? Do you remember that place Sushi Mac? It was on like 3rd and La Cienega. Anyway, it was like $4 for a spicy tuna roll, and I was like, dude, if you pay for it,
That
I
is
guarantee
very
you.
questionable.
And it was an 8-piece, so you only had to get like 10 of them, right? So it was like $40, whatever.
That is
At like roll 60,
gross.
at like the 60th
Stop.
piece, I was like, I'm gonna do this. At like 65, I was like, I need help. I do not feel good.
Did you throw up?
Oh yeah, but I still eat spicy tuna rolls, and it was good. And then when I was living
You're
in New
insane.
York, I was living in New York. Speaking of New York, New Jersey, we got to give a shout out to our girl, Jersey girl Lori, who sent us these custom Gothic crystal, which you would love. You love Gothic crystals, don't you?
I love crystals.
Yeah. She sent us these. Thank you, Jersey girl Lori. You're the best. They are steel tip darts, and they come in this like look at these things.
Oh my God, those are beautiful.
I mean, it's insane.
incredible.
So we're going to put these together, and now we're naming.
Let me see.
It's official. We are naming, and we're going to put a sign above it. The Jersey Girl Lori dartboard, brought to you by these gold steel darts.
These darts are amazing.
Right?
Wow, that's really, really nice.
The dartboard was sent to us by your friend Amy?
Lisa.
Lisa.
Yeah.
And so Lisa and Jersey Girl Lori, the dartboard is now dedicated to you, and we will make sure we
That's
mention you every
awesome.
time. So thank you, Jersey Girl Lori. You're the best.
I got Nils a dartboard a couple years ago for Father's Day, and we play it all the time. Darts
the
are just the
best.
best.
It's so easy. It's so fun. Pool is hard.
Yeah.
I love pool. Don't get me wrong. I love a good billiards, and I love ping pong. And I'm terrible at darts, but it's super fun.
How about badminton?
Okay. I feel like I could be good at badminton.
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 Okay,
Badminton.
Pittsburghers can't say that N in there. It's impossible. Like badminton.
Yeah, there
Did I
you
get
go.
that? Go ahead,
Josh,
Mark.
as a producer here, I
Mark
wanted
Rabbit.
to do something, and I tracked down the Uber driver,
Oh.
and we've got him on the phone.
Oh.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing? You called me?
Yeah. Were you the driver that Sinead de Vries forcefully?
Yeah, I remember that. It was really weird because I have a 1997 Honda Accord, and I started driving to get a new windshield and a rearview mirror. It's a good gig. And I remember picking her up outside of a club in West Hollywood.
And how was your night sleep on the couch there at Sinead?
Yeah, it was good. She was real nice. She's like from South America or something. She said, and we were talking, and I've been down to Brazil and stuff like that. We had a good time talking, and then she said, I'll never forget. She said, "She nasty is she hungry," and I wanted to go home because I had some leftover pasta I made the day before from Ralph's. And so she made me go to a Jack in the Box.
And then when you woke up the next morning? They thought you were going to steal everything. How'd that make you feel?
Well, yeah, it was really weird because I didn't want it, but then 2 jumbo jacks and 2 tacos could change your mind, and so I did, and I wasn't too drunk, I just was full. And to be honest, I got inside that house and I saw her, and there's like her twin or something, and like 2 other girls. I thought I entered into a movie I dreamed about as a kid. And so I said, I gotta go. I got a wife and 4 kids waiting for me to get back. And she said, no. They said, no, you can't drive. And this she was real nice. She said, we're so concerned about you. Sleep on the couch. And I'll be honest with you, I thought they were gonna take my liver.
And how's life now? When you left that day, was your life forever changed?
Well, first of all, I was so glad because in the middle of the night they'd all come in one by one. They start taking things like their purses, their Nintendo 64s, and all these things. They were putting them in the bedroom, and then I kept hearing clunk, clunk, like they were locking the door. And I thought they're doing something inside there. I prayed to God. I said, please don't kill me, God. Because I got to get up in the morning and go over to Pep Boys and start my shift.
My sheets hurt.
So yeah, it's good. She was nice.
And what was your name again? What was your name again, sir?
My name's Teddy.
Teddy.
Yeah,
Teddy. Thanks, Teddy. I appreciate you.
Good.
Thanks for the call. Hey, Mark, thanks for that. I appreciate it. Thanks, Teddy.
Yeah,
Good luck
I go back to work. Pep Boys, you need something? Come back. Pep Boys in Glendale, off of San Fernando Boulevard.
Got it. Thanks, Teddy.
Thanks, Teddy.
Really
Appreciate
easy to
you.
track him down.
Yeah,
not a
I'm
problem.
impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. Like 9 years later, you found him in a snap.
No worries. That's what we do here on the Positivity Report.
Good stuff.
Sinead, we find people, we make dreams come true. Speaking of dreams come true, Mark, we had a Streamlabs we wanted to mention before the show started that we got last night.
Yes, late last night, Javier comes in. Hi, I'm from Brawley. I was wondering, what was your experience there since I heard you mention the town a couple times? Thanks, love the show.
Well, here's the thing. So on your way to Arizona on the 10, your cheeks hurt. Mm-hmm. On your way to Arizona on the 10, you drive by a place called Brawley, California. Okay.
Interesting.
And when Mark, Ken, and I went to Arizona a couple years ago to do stand-up, we stopped in Brawley to get gas, correct, Ken?
What's the nearest city? So just in case people don't know, they can try to pinpoint. Or what cities around there?
I think the nearest city is a truck stop.
Yeah. It's pretty far. Their landmark there is that they have the cleanest rest stop in all of California. Right?
Because no one goes there?
No, it's like a castle. It's like God's castle. But
What?
And people are literally wiping down chip bags. It's like the nicest rest stop we've ever been. I would have lived there.
Wait, so people are working and maintaining it?
Correct. Oh yeah.
Brawley? Why does
Brawley.
that sound familiar?
Brawley. Now here's the funny thing that happened in Brawley. Okay. Now first of all, Ken, Mark, and I, Mark's next comedy special, we're doing it live from Brawley.
That's tight.
That's the thing. We don't know if anybody's going to come to it,
No.
but we're doing it live from Brawley.
Do it in that truck stop.
Yeah. So we stop at this truck stop, and before we had gone, when we were getting out of Arizona, we saw this old man, and he was older. He was definitely older, and he was having such trouble with the gas card, right? And it was first thing in the morning. We had gone to McDonald's. We're sitting
5:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m.
And you're listening on the way back to California.
This is on the way back to California after we'd already been in Arizona, drank all night, whatever. He's at the thing, and he's taking his gas card. He's going he's hitting the buttons, and we're watching this live.
I know that frustration, man.
And then finally just goes,
Straight out of a movie?
yeah, blurg, blurg, and he did it. So the whole rest of the time, we were calling him the mayor of Brawley because
That's tight.
he was making his
That
way
is
back
tight.
to Brawley. Oh man, because the rest of the time we went to like every time we talked about anywhere, we're like, well, it's got to be like Brawley, right? Like, and so Brawley is our inside joke town.
So you saw nothing there. You just like drove through it, and all you saw was like rural. It's very rural.
It's outside, like past Coachella, like past Palm Springs, past Palm Desert. So you're in that like nowhereville of desert between.
Like by like Salton Sea.
Yes, but past Salton Sea, right, Ken?
Is it
I
past
honestly
Salton Sea?
I don't remember because we were all asleep in the car.
Yeah.
One of us was driving.
Nils and I went to Salton Sea recently, and all those cities around there, people were like ATVing, just in the streets, like waving at the cops. I was like, where are we?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a different world out
Totally.
there, like totally different.
Sinead, I just drove 1,600 miles from Los Angeles
Isn't it
to
amazing
Dallas.
though? I love road tripping.
We were in a Sprinter van, right? It was me and my buddy
love it.
Nick, who lives in Highland Park. Lived in Highland Park. Unfortunately, he's moving to Dallas. Good for his family, good for him and his wife and everything because they have family and yada, yada, yada. But I will miss him. He was one of my best friends in the world. And it's not like I'm never going to see him again, but you know what I mean? Like, I was like, dude, like, let's go to so-and-so, whatever. And what's that Highland Park place? You walk through the barbershop and then you're in like a bar in the back? I don't know what it's called.
I never know what it's
we'd
called.
go there all
but
the
yes,
time.
it is a barbershop, and then there's a bar in the back.
Triple bean pizza and all those kind of places.
Yeah.
Anyway, every time, and I love, first of all, and I talked about yesterday, I love fast food. Like I live for it. And every time I saw something, I'm like, Stand-alone Pizza Hut, Stand-alone Dairy Queen, because we don't see those out here anymore. Right?
Yeah, it's
It brings
you
me back
get
to my
like excited
childhood.
about the not so exciting ones.
And my buddy was like, I never knew this about how much you love fast food. I was like, I live for it. Every time I see something, I'm like, I could pull over and get a cheeseburger, I guess.
Is there like where you grew up? Was there just like tons of fast food?
That's all we had.
Yeah,
That's all we had.
that's why it's nostalgia.
Yeah. So, but every time we were, in Arizona or New Mexico or wherever, and we come across these towns out of nowhere, especially in Texas,
Yes.
right? Like every
Yes.
35 to 50 miles, there's just a town. And there
Yeah.
could be upwards of 8 houses or maybe 30 houses. And every time we stop, they're like, let's stop at the local bar. They got to have a local bar here, right? Like there's going to be a
Yeah,
local
like
bar
the
that's driving around
dives.
town.
The
Like,
dives are the best.
the best, right? And he was like, we're trying to make good time. And I was like, come on. We didn't stop at any of the local bars. That's all
man.
I wanted was
Yeah.
to walk into somewhere and there's like 6 people sitting around the bar. They're all drinking Lone Star or whatever
Yeah,
they're drinking.
yeah.
Try and make good friends with them. Because when
They're always so nice. Dive bars with like 4 people where everybody know each other, and you walk in
The
as the
best.
outsider. Everybody stares at you, and then you just are treated so wonderfully.
Yes. It's my favorite thing. When I used to do a lot more road stand-up, like by myself, I would stop in these like podunk towns around the country.
Yeah.
And first thing I did was like, hey, where's the local bar?
Yeah.
And that's my favorite
That's where all
thing.
the cool people hang out.
Because when we were in Marathon, Texas, and I said this yesterday, we stopped at this bar at the hotel, at the Gage Hotel, and I became best friends with everybody in a matter of like 10 minutes.
Isn't that amazing?
It's the best.
How like that neighborhood you feel. You just don't really get
perfect.
in LA until
Yes.
you get out of the city. My next big thing I want to do is visit all the abandoned cities in California because there's tons that are perfectly
Why don't you do that
preserved.
for a podcast?
What I do for? No, I don't even like scary. I just like want to learn some things.
No, I know, but like either, obviously you can film it and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
I'm definitely gonna film it.
Bring some microphones and stuff and like make a podcast.
Yeah,
out
I
of it.
know. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited. Because, like, we went to Salton Sea, and that's life-changing, obviously, once you see, like, all the remnants of it. And then
crazy.
it's just wild.
Have you
So I
been out
want
to
to do
like
that.
Slab City, that like anarchist place? Have you been there?
Yeah, we just drove up there. We were like, let's go see. And we just were like, what is happening?
There's this thing I saw. It's in California, I think, of like this creepy, haunted old rest stop that's all this graffiti. I don't know. It's creepy. I don't want to bring it up because I get scared. Anyway,
But there's always, like, coal mining towns
Oh, yeah.
and, like, things like that. And, like,
Pennsylvania's got them too.
yeah, just, like, and, like, perfectly preserved,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I'm just like, oh, my God, I want to go look.
We talked about it yesterday. It's like imagine being from there and then it's no longer a place. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, his places just kind of disappear.
Well, that's
nowadays.
the issue in Salton is like a lot of people can't leave because a lot of people work as farmers out there and they are so sick because of the pollution from the Salton Sea. So it is like really interesting because you do learn a lot. I had no idea that I knew people actively chose to live there, but I didn't know that some people I felt like they couldn't leave, and it's so dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, have you ever heard of Centralia, Pennsylvania?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw that. We watched like those top 5 videos.
Right. It's
like
crazy.
craziest things to see in America.
If you guys, Centralia, Pennsylvania, they hit a coal seam.
Yeah.
And you can't close it once you open it, and
Right.
it's pouring noxious gas into the town. So you go into Centralia. It's like it used to be an exit off the turnpike, and you can still get off the exit. The road leading in is all graffitied.
Yes.
And there's only like 1 or 2
Yes.
people still living there, and they're just like, I didn't want to leave, I didn't need to, and they're like still alive, but everybody else was getting poisoned.
I heard that they painted over the graffiti and then closed it. which made me kind of sad.
Yeah, so you got to like park outside and like walk in now, all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And you can see where all the footers in the foundation of houses where people literally just picked up their house and moved it.
And just left. That's how Salton Sea is like that,
Is it?
because it was like all the white people flocked to like this 50s era. It was supposed to be the Palm Springs.
Oh.
So it was 100% white, 100% rich, like a very specific demographic of like young, very, very, very well-to-do
not
people.
know that.
And then once they found out it was so toxic, they literally left everything. So there are cars and boats and like it is next level insane. Like straight up just like old cars.
Yeah.
They left everything because they were terrified.
Totally.
And the fish of the
Yeah.
dead fish,
The
it's just like
stinks.
the sand is just fish bones, and
right?
fish skeletons.
Wow.
It is it's
Yeah.
horrifying, and it smells.
Well, I stopped at that place called Yellow Dog Village when I was in Pittsburgh. We shot part of Eating History there, is where we found like the Mary Lemieux bun in that house, and all these the water supply got poisoned, so everybody moved out of this like
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
It was an old coal mining community.
it
Everybody
just
like,
blows my
up and
mind.
left. You go in these houses and there's like kids' toys on the ground.
Well, and I
It's
think that's
creepy.
the kind of stuff I love to see, which is like there's just so much history, and when I get so mad, I don't know, we're running out of time, but really, really quick.
No, we got time.
Oh, we did. What time is it?
It's 10:03, but we don't have to end.
Los Feliz, a couple, like literally very recently, the murder house, the guy like murdered his wife and attempted to murder
Yep.
his kids.
Yep.
And it had been left preserved for decades. And so like another family owned it. There was a lot of like wrongful information that was put out that like no one had stepped foot in the house since like 1962. But like somebody did own it and they were just using it for storage. And like when they finally
Like blood on the wall and stuff?
no. Like that's what I'm saying. Like somebody owned it after them, but
Okay.
like they just did nothing to the house, and everything was left from the 60s. Like they held it for storage, but like clearly things were being maintained. But then the last couple of decades, nobody's touched anything.
Yeah.
But there were like when they walked in, it was literally like a time capsule. All of the products and like the brands of like the dish soaps and the cans of food was all like 1950s, 60s packaging. Nothing past like 1960, like 8, I think I read. It is mind blowing, and all the architecture was absolutely magnificent. Like some of the coolest structures, things I've ever seen, and they freaking gutted the whole thing. This couple bought it, and then they decided we don't want it anymore. So now it's just sitting like bare bones. I think they resold it, and it made me so mad because I was like, I understand like wanting to clear it out, but like the architecture and the design of a building from back then, you're never gonna get that back. You can replicate it, but you're never gonna get it back.
No.
So I just am amazed that towns are left preserved because it's so rare, especially in LA, because they're like, oh my God, and it's a huge mansion. And he was a doctor, he was a prominent doctor. It's like Los Feliz was a really, really, really wonderful place to live for families back
Yeah.
then.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it still is, but
Yeah.
like, it's just, it blows my mind when things are left and then you find out it's been like that for like 70 years. You're like, I need to go see this
Right.
now.
Oh man.
Isn't it wild? I feel like you'd be so freaked out.
Oh, I mean, there's like when we were shooting Eating History at the Yellow Dog Village, they kept telling me like you can't say you're freaked out because you have to be like tough. And I was like, no.
Why? To scare off the ghosts?
No, because like we'd walk in and be like, "Ugh, this is creepy, and the director would be like, we're looking for food. You're not
Yeah.
creeped out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh right, okay, all right. And then we'd go upstairs and be like, there's a head. Oh no, that's just a doll. All right, that's fine.
That, it is creepy. It is really, really creepy.
It is. I don't like creepy stuff, Sinead.
I know.
We-
One
we
time
know
I like
this.
stopped on a road trip and I needed to pee and I got out and did I tell you the story? And like this big sign, I was like, I'll just pee here, and it was like, I was in Georgia and it was like, welcome to the so-and-so plantation, home of the, I was like, we gotta go right now. There's so much bad juju. No one likes me here. We gotta go. And like everyone in the car was like, oh my God, get in the car. It was horrifying,
Yeah.
but it is like wild just to see things from like a different
You get out of
era.
here, like you forget like where you are is kind of a bubble. No matter where you are, it's kind of a bubble because
Yeah.
that's what you know. And once you get outside your comfort zone, I think it's very important. Like go see stuff. Traveling matters, like seeing other people, meeting other cultures, having discussions, because it's a lot of the problems. It happens in our political society right now. Is everybody's like, hey, where I'm from is the best. Or like, dude, look, where I'm from is the best. And then you fight. It's not,
Right.
nobody's better than anyone.
Right.
That's a subjective thing. There's no objective term in that. We all need to come together and learn from one another to make each other's lives better.
I agree. Or just like get in the car and just drive like out of the city. you live in.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
We're going to give a shout out to our buddy Daniel M, who said, just got off the beach to put the daughter down for a nap. Just made a hot dog. Mother-in-law made some sausage balls. And I just poured 3 fingers of Boone's bourbon.
Where
U.S.
is
Open,
he? He just
crushing
got off
it.
the beach,
I don't know.
making
He's on a little
dinner,
vacation.
drinking bourbon.
Nothing like we call it beach lunch is the best. They come off
Yeah.
the beach, all cold cuts and stuff.
In South Africa, we used to get KFC.
At
Don't
the
even
beach?
at me right now, but KFC in South Africa is 1 bajillion times better than KFC in,
See,
in the
this,
United
I
States.
hear this about other countries, and I needed my love of fast food. Like we saw a KFC that looked so vintage. I was like, we gotta stop there.
Yeah, I don't eat KFC in this country.
No?
No, it's not good.
But those mashed potatoes are good. Come on, you gotta give it up for
I
the mashed
know,
potatoes.
I don't think so. I need to go somewhere where like they care a little bit more, but like in LA, also in Illinois even, everyone eats Burger King. In LA, no one eats Burger King.
Burger King is.
But in Illinois, Burger King is great.
Yeah.
The food is like really good. It is wild. Just it depends on where you go, and I
Yeah.
don't like that.
The
Like
care.
the consistency is like.
Have a little care. Have a little passion.
Anyways, if you're ever in South Africa,
Hit
get
up
a bucket.
KFC.
Yeah.
Daniel M says Hilton Head, South Carolina. Hilton Head, gorgeous. My family went there one time. It's 12 hours from Pittsburgh. It was the worst car ride we've ever had as a family, and we couldn't stay because my brother was getting bitten so bad with mosquitoes that we had to leave.
Really?
He would cry every night. He was like, I don't want to go outside anymore. And was like, well, why did we come here then?
Does he have like that allergy where they get like white and like ginormous?
Like his mosquito bites look like quarters.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
how Nils is.
Yeah, it's real bad. Nils and my brother kind of look alike, which is kind of funny. Just skinny white dudes.
Really? I don't know if I've seen your
I
brother
don't think you have.
recently.
I mean, they don't look alike, but they both have like similar haircuts.
Yeah. Similar haircuts.
Well, let's do because I sent him to Ken. I only sent him a couple videos that make me smile because they seem like he might be a little overwhelmed.
ready.
Learning the buttons there.
Do it.
Hit the first one, Ken. Oh wait, you want to do the graph?
I can even do this.
Whoa,
Look at that.
Ken Knapsack.
Pro.
everybody.
Other than the beginning, which was just one button that didn't work. All right, here you go. Do you want sound on this one?
No, we don't need sound.
You don't need sound.
Look, it just says she was good on a road trip. Sister's giving her the French fries.
Oh, that's tight.
Their little hand come out of nowhere. Hook me up, dog.
Gimme.
Oh, that is the tiniest little hand.
I know, right?
It's like a gremlin.
Yeah. When they're still little enough that they're facing the other way and they know they like French fries,
That
it's
is
adorable.
wild. How
Yeah.
old is that baby?
Well,
That's amazing.
I was telling these guys yesterday that Rosie was watching me cut strawberries and she was just like, I'd cut it and then put it in a bowl and she was like,
That's adorable.
yeah, she's very cute. All right, let's do the next one, Ken. You got to turn this up.
Oh boy.
So, okay, when done, you got to hear the girl.
Yum, yum.
I did this especially for Sinead because I feel like this may have been Sinead in a high chair in South Africa.
Yeah,
Oh, she is so into that donut.
I got it.
You got it? Watch.
Oh my god.
Listen to her.
Oh my god, that's great. Dude, that is so relatable. I still make that noise. You know when something is so good, that noise just happens like
Yeah,
involuntarily, you know?
totally. It's
Or like when kids dance, Harrison will dance all the time, and it makes me so happy on
'Cause
the
he loves
inside because
food?
I know that he doesn't like food.
Oh,
We're
right,
working
right.
on that.
Just
but just sweets and chips and things like that. But when he does get something that he really really likes and he's worked so hard at eating his like 7 bites of something, then that he does this dance, and I just know I'm like, oh, my kid's so happy right now. Oh my god, that's good.
That's so good.
That's so good.
Nice work, Kenneth. Crushed
Hey,
that.
You're almost there.
We got it.
Did you tell Ken how he said he looks like the guy from Ted Lasso,
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you
the
that.
assistant coach?
You look like Coach
that?
from Ted Lasso.
Okay.
It's a real,
I'll take that.
and he's a great character, good actor,
Yeah, he's
good dude.
hilarious. But do you think
Yes.
you look like him?
I've never seen the show, so I'm going to take your
What?
word for it. Yeah.
I've been trying to get people here to watch Ted Lasso. Mark watched it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
so
fantastic.
funny.
Listen, here's
Ken?
one thing you got to learn about Ken as
Yeah.
a person. Don't recommend him things.
Oh, because like if you say it, he'll do the
He-
opposite.
yeah, he doesn't wanna do it.
All right, well then don't watch it.
Look,
that
hey
work?
guys, I'm going to watch your show tonight.
Exactly.
He's like, oh, thanks, Sinead. That's all I needed to hear,
Mm-hmm.
not to watch it.
Ken's the guy like, oh, have you seen, or like, oh, have you tried? And he's like, man, I don't like it.
That's
Probably hasn't
tight.
tried it.
Honestly, I kind of dig that.
Exactly.
I respect that.
You got to
I
respect
just-
the shit out of it.
I just don't like watching things.
He likes his MLB The Show.
I got MLB show.
Yeah.
And not doing nothing.
What do you do when you're not watching TV?
Working. I just work.
Ken likes work.
I literally probably record 11
Damn.
hours a day.
Maybe we should stop watching so much TV.
No, it's not getting me anywhere. Other than there.
All that work.
Dustin Solis says, I love when my son starts humming to himself when he's happy. That's adorable as well. All right, this has been the Positivity Report. Remember, go streamlabs.com/goodpeoplegpa. $25 for non-Bucket, non-founder members, $20 for Bucket Club founder members. Put in your address, say you want the picks and the sticks, 4 guitar picks, 3 custom stickers, plus a Josh Macuga for Jeopardy sticker, because I have so many. Comes in, is a limited availability. We don't have many left. We've already gone through a bunch of them. So get these stickers before they're gone forever. Be Good People, the Good People Association. I mean, thank you to Design Studios out of Pittsburgh. Sammy and Jared, they're amazing people. Check them out on Instagram at DZIGN, at Design Studios. Design with a Z. And thank them for, putting these stickers together. Tag them in a post when you get the stickers. Sinead, you're the best.
You're the best. Happy almost first Father's Day.
Oh, I know, this weekend. Crazy, right?
Excited?
I'm very excited. Get to watch a little golf. Might go to brunch.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
my
nice.
baby, and she's so sweet right now. Like she hugs me in the morning, and she doesn't know she's hugging me, but she like puts her arms. She has little arms.
And
obviously.
her poop still doesn't stink, huh?
It does not stink.
You cherish those moments, my friend. You cherish that. You take
when they
big
start
whiffs
stinking.
of non-odorous poop.
Oh man, because when it does, I'll tell you what. Look the f out. How many times you just like?
Harrison spray farted poop into my mouth once.
And that's how we go out.
That'll do it.
On the Positivity Report, always a special thanks to Boone's Homegrown Bourbon for sponsoring all the programs here at the Good People Association. DrinkBoonesBourbon.com. Tell Tyler Booner at Tyler Booner at Boone's Bourbon on all social medias that you're drinking it. Go to DrinkBoonesBourbon.com. Say, hey, I live in so-and-so. I would love to get Boone's Bourbon where I live or my local bar where I hang out with my local friends and we play darts with darts that Jersey Girl Lori sent. Say, hey, I want some Boone's Bourbon. Make it a Boone's Day. Because when you're drinking Boone's, everything is okay. I was trying to like rhyme it with like Boone's. When you're drinking Boone's, everything is a saloon.
No, we're going to work on it.
All right. Sinead de Vries, at Sinead everywhere, at Sinead de Vries everywhere. She's the best. Are you going to be back here next Thursday?
Next Thursday. I have no idea.
Okay. We're trying to get you and Mova on the show, but we also want to get you and Mova on Josh Birdie because I think you'd have a really good time.
I miss her so much.
Yeah.
She's so wonderful.
She was the best. Just the best.
I miss her.
I miss all my people.
I miss all my friends.
Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for the super chats and the Streamlabs and all that kind of stuff and supporting the channel here. It really means the world to all of us. Remember, positivity is an active choice. Choose it every single day. Text somebody, call them, tell them you love them. It's way easier to love than hate. Find the good. We'll see you tomorrow.